because it was a new job, it was well paying, and she was okay. But because of this toxic relationship, she couldn't keep the job because she had started drinking. She could drink in the morning, lunchtime, and at night. Like in Grace's words, she's saying eventually he became a holder of hands, an opener of doors, the one who looks at you when you are talking like nobody else is in the room, while dropping subtle hints. So, this is love. Not all that glitters is gold. Now, at the end of this relationship, Grace got pregnant. Yeah, Grace got pregnant. This was immediately after the heartbreak. Yeah, after they broken up with Malcolm. So she got pregnant and she decided, no, I'm not going to tell Mike about this. Yeah, I'm not going to tell Malcolm about this. I'm just going to terminate the baby. So she went for an abortion. She aborted and told Malcolm later that, oh, that time I got pregnant and I terminated the baby. I got an abortion because, after all, Malcolm couldn't care less. This relationship costed Grace her job. Yeah, because it was a new job, it was well paying, and she was okay. But because of this toxic relationship, she couldn't keep the job because she had started drinking. She could drink in the morning, lunchtime, and at night. How did this happen? She had this water bottle. So if you look at it, like this one, if you look at it, it looks like water, yet it was alcohol. So she kept on drinking and lost her job. Mark you, nobody knew what Grace was going through at this time. Nobody knew, even the bosses and everything. But it affected almost everything. She lost weight because she was not eating. It was just a lot of nonsense. Like, this is not enough. Malcolm used to cheat even with the neighbors. The neighbors where they were staying, they had a neighbor. She could go and shoot her shot at the neighbor. Marafiki wa neighbor wakikuja pia angewakatia. Like, Malcolm was just over. Yeah, like Malcolm was just extra. She could cheat with any person she could find attractive, or like she just felt like, oh, she wanted to talk to them or something. She could cheat with everyone. Yeah, Malcolm used to fake business trips. Like, oh babe, I'm going for a business trip for 1 week. Soon, when everything is now coming to light, you could realize that maybe she was out with a woman in an Airbnb. She went to Malindi with someone. She did this. Like, his name was just everywhere with the ladies. Like, this is not enough. Fighting. They used to fight a lot. Malcolm used to beat her up. Even at one point, she dragged her by her hair in a parking lot. Yeah, so it was just tough. For Grace. It was just tough for Grace because fighting Zazek was Zinaisha. When you find him cheating, that is a beating. When you do this, that is a beating. When you do this, that is a beating. So it was just overwhelming for Grace, until one day Grace just decided, like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. That is why I'm asking. So, is this love? Is this love? If you're going through all this, the person that you think is the one is making you go through all this nonsense. Now, how did these people meet? We are talking about Grace and Malcolm. Grace and Malcolm. And this is a podcast by Jules. Yeah, she did it in her Spotify channel. and that is where I got it from and came to share it with you people. How did these people met? Now, these people met through a friend. Grace had a circle. You know how ladies have their circles? Yeah, she had a circle of 4. So at this time, she was from a breakup. Yeah, so she was hurt. She was not talking to people, boys and men, and her phone was dry. No messages, no nonsense. So she told one of her friends, "Hey, Maze, do you know any person who I can maybe flirt with, hang out with, and the rest?" So one of her friends told her, like, I have a cousin. He's okay, but he can't settle with one person. So Grace was like, just give me the number. I'll try. So Grace saved the number, and later on, he felt like he was going to shoot her shot and this, but she did not. She did not shoot her shot. She just kept the number. And when she went to the guy's handles, Malcolm's handles, he was the one that he wanted, the tall, the dark, the handsome. That is how Grace described Malcolm. He was this guy that would bring flowers most of the time. She would stuff her with cakes. Whenever they went to an hotel, Malcolm could pull the chair for her. Then after a short while, eventually, like in Grace's words, she's saying eventually he became a holder of hands, an opener of doors, the one who looks at you when you are talking like nobody else is in the room, while dropping subtle hints. Grace was thinking like, hey, this might be nice with an added layer on top. I mean, what more can a lady want? Like this type of man. Like, she felt like this is it. This is the thing that I've been missing, and now I'm not letting this go. She said like she saw this guy and she was like, wait, this one, people get intimate. No, after weeks, I don't know, after I don't know what, but I'm going to get intimate with this guy right now. Like, she didn't even wait. She was like, this is the person. I don't know what will happen. I don't know, maybe after we're done, he'll be like, no, now I've tested her. No, I don't feel like being with her. No, that was not the case. Grace was like, liwe liwalo, I'm having this guy. So by the way, when they were coming from different cities, Grace was from Nairobi and her family, but Malcolm, her city is not said. His city is not said where he was coming from, but it was a distance. Like Grace had to travel. Mark, it was time, Corona and the rest. So the lockdowns were there, but regardless of the lockdowns, Grace felt like she was motivated enough to go and see this guy. So that is how everything happened. They went on a date. Then after that, she was nervous and the rest. Malcolm told her, like, oh, you look nervous, let's go for a few shots. They went for a few shots. Then when Malcolm told her, like, now I should take you home, and Grace was like, no, I'm not planning to go home yet. Let's book somewhere. We just be together of us. Like, we just be the two of us, me and you. So they went there, they got intimate, and nobody regretted. Grace did not regret. Until eventually she got a job, they moved in together. Like, I'm just giving you people the tip of the iceberg. Like, that's their history, how they met and the rest. Yeah, before all this drama started, like, everything was just beautiful. All the boxes were ticked. Everything was A1. Beautiful. Now, so after all this is when now the drama started. Oh, women, oh, cheating, oh, but he was good in hiding his tracks. If you could look at his phone, clean, you could not get anything. So some phones have this feature where if you go to a blocked number, the numbers were blocked. The numbers which are blocked, then you swipe, you can see the previous messages and the rest. So that's how Grace started to know that he's cheating and the rest. But numerous times, even there's an occasion when Grace walked to a joint and found Malcolm with a lady all getting cozy and the rest, despite Malcolm being that guy whom was always like, Grace thought Malcolm could not cheat even at one point. Yeah, because she says he's one guy who could walk in a room and everyone notices that he's there. He could tell you something and you feel like, yes, this is true, even if it's wrong. hmm So after that, oh, the women, oh, the drinking. By the way, she's saying like she did not notice the drinking habits. Yeah, but this guy was drinking a lot. That after drinking, he could do anything. But the next day, he could be the sweetest person in the world. Yeah, he could be the sweetest person in the world. You couldn't even think like he's the Malcolm who was misbehaving yesterday. Uh-huh. But women like this, at some point even Malcolm lost his job, but Grace was still at work, so Grace used to finance him. Hapa na pale used to finance him, but whenever she financed Malcolm could go and treat some women out. Yeah. So what were the outcomes of this relationship? Like I started, everything that glitters is not gold. She was heartbroken, she cried, she lost weight. Eventually she aborted because she felt like no, kuna mali tunaenda na ujama. Fightings, like they could not solve these things. Yeah, at some point she even got suicidal. Like this one was just a lot. How can someone cheat with the neighbor? Like I'm here in this house, my neighbor is there. Then my man is cheating with the neighbor. Like that is not enough. The friends of the neighbor, when they come to visit, the ladies, maybe when I'm not around, she goes and talks to them. But he's hiding his tracks that you can't find. You can't find any evidence when you're looking for one. This story was touching, painful, heartbreaking, and I just had to tell you people guys. Now, what are kind of the solutions? Because me, I felt like, yes, we can talk about all this, but let us make a change. Let us give people solutions, like what people can do, what ladies can do as far as getting into a relationship when you're still young is concerned. First of all, I feel like you should know your worth. You should know your worth. Someone shouldn't make you feel less worthy or that you're not special. Yeah, you should. And I feel like this is something that our fathers should be doing to our girls or to their daughters. Or maybe if you are not born where, like in a family where you don't have a father figure, or someone to tell you all this, but I feel like those who are fortunate enough to have parents, our parents should show how their daughters and our children love. They should tell them that they are princesses. They should pull the chairs for them, so that when they go outside there, they should not see this as something hilarious or like this is it. I feel like our fathers should tell, because a father is the one that a lady falls in love with. That's the first male that you fall in love with if you're a lady. Because when you're growing up, your father is there, you love them. So I feel like it's the responsibility of our fathers to just show their daughters and our ladies like they're special. Love not being dependent emotionally or even financially. Like you are emotionally dependent on someone. Like when they tell you remove that outfit, it doesn't look good on you, you don't even think. You're like, okay, I'm removing it. If they tell you, oh, you're not going out today, and you feel like, oh, if I go out I'll hurt them, so you don't go. Like they're judging everything, or everything that they say is what it is, that is what is right. You don't even know whether you're right or wrong. So being dependent on someone, either financially, yeah, like depending on someone's money. Come on. These are the things that make these people dominate or run over us. Like losing your voice. You shouldn't lose your voice. You shouldn't lose your voice. You should tell them what you feel so that they know, okay, this is not what I signed up for, or this is not what I want, so that everyone can live the relationship and everyone to be in peace. You give these people too much control. If someone realize that they can control you, my sister, you will suffer. That they tell you left and you turn left, they tell you right and you turn right. No, 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 no. You should be able to think. Don't let love or a good deed interfere with how you think or how you do your stuff. Gaslighting or even narcissist. Someone is doing something wrong, but now they want to make themselves like the victim. Like, you have done me wrong. How can you be heartless to make me think, to make me apologize because of the wrong that you have done? To victimize me like I'm the one who is wrong, yet you have wronged me. Come on, we can do better than all this. If you want to find this story, go to Spotify, look for So This Is Love by Jules, and listen to the story of Grace and Malcom. Thank you.